Okay, this thing is starting to look a lot better. Got the front fender improved. It still looks pretty horrible. So what I found out online, since I'm learning to do all this is the first time, I'm probably gonna have to take a razor blade and scrape off this really, really bad white stuff. Right there, it's just so heavy that even with 240 grit sandpaper, you can't even get it out. So I'm gonna try to scrape it first and then I'll sand it again, going up in grit each time. The tank is almost done now, but it kind of has just a little residue left over. And what I wanted to do was polish this out, but I don't have any of the polishing attachments here. I just went to the auto store and they don't have them. So I might try to take a heat gun to this at the end, or worst case, I will just put some Maxima SC1 on here and it's gonna shine it up real good. It's gonna look a lot more like that. But it feels a lot better. Got all that oxidation off. And like I said, just a little bit of a funky residue, but I think I'm gonna be able to get it out. And this bike is not going to be perfect. I'm not going for a show bike here or a museum piece. I need to get this bike back to my friend who's actually gonna use it and ride it all the time. We had a very limited budget on this build, so everything I did was try to make it work and reuse everything that I could. But I think this bike's gonna come out great. It's gonna run a lot better and be a lot smoother all around. And the last thing I'll say is, you know, there's a few details we didn't get, like the foot pegs and these headers aren't the best. This bike just needs to get out of my house. I only have 9 more days until I leave back for Virginia for my Christmas break to go see family. So I need to just grind on this bike and get it done so that I can shoot the reveal video before I leave. Well, I could sit here all day and do this, but I really don't have time. I'm gonna go ahead and sand this up the best I can. Alright, so I really did not have much luck with the heat gun. Started to do it here a little bit, like you guys saw. It's really not even that noticeable, the difference, and I spent a lot of time just on a little area. I tried to do some more of the fender as well, and a little part of the tank. So I guess it gives it a little bit more of a shine and definitely smooths it out a little bit more, but it's just not gonna work. It's not time efficient, and I wouldn't recommend the heat gun. So what I need is a polishing wheel so I can buff this out super fine and bring back that shine. I wasn't able to find one of those, so for right now I'm gonna spray it down with some SC1 and we'll see how that makes it look until I can get the proper polishing tool. But I'm pretty sure it's gonna look really nice and a whole lot better than it did before, so that's all that really matters. So here's the final result with no buffing, just using the SC1. It looks super shiny on this camera right now. It's not that shiny in person, but it feels amazing. This tank is so smooth now, and it looks really good. The color has come back quite a bit. Still has a little bit of fade. I think polishing is just gonna be the best way to go. But overall, it looks so much better than it did. And here's the front fender, which is one hell of a transformation. Extremely pleased with the results. This is definitely going to work. Well, that's a wrap for this video, episode number 5. Next video, we're gonna be putting the bike together, getting it assembled in one video, and then we'll reveal the bike. But I also want to show you guys something crazy right now. It snowed here in Mexico. You can see the mountain is completely white up there. And yeah, it's been about 5 years since it snowed here in Monterrey, so I had to pull the XR250 out and try to get some pictures of it in the snow. I've always wanted to see what this bike looks like in front of snow or around snow. And here we get to see it. It's just starting to melt now, but it was -3 degrees Celsius here and was snowing last night. So I'm gonna go ahead and take some more pictures real quick of the bike before this all melts. See you guys back in the next video. We're gonna be wrapping up this XR250 build, moving back onto the XR50, which is my wife's bike that's been sitting in pieces for the last 5 or 6 months. And a big reason to that is I'm going to be moving from this house in 2 months, so I'm just waiting to get everything set up over there before I jump into that build. Hit that like button for me. Peace out.